history. It's the Falcons and the Saints, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Minshew going to look to throw it right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Looking sideline, incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, Minshew looking to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Minshew sets to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 21 carries, 89 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll take this to the 46. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the #1 thing, take care of the football. Mariota now after the fumble recovery.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mariota on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Harris Campbell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Taking it about the 1. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Minshew. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the gun is Minshew. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
The Falcons at 9-2 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so they'll leave him a 2nd and a yard.
I think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Hands it off out of the gun.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw it. Minshew.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fielded at the 33. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Kamara up the middle, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Off play action, it's Minshew. This is caught, it's Hardy. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
It's almost closing in on the league in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is You know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And his throw here is incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
just shy of the 30.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
1st down, Mariota. And he whips that one incomplete there. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To the air again, Mariota. And now another one thrown incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Minshew. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He'll get this one up.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their 36-yard line. Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 7, Mariota throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Mariota. Touchdown! Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start our swing around the NFL right here in Florida. Houston taking on Tampa Bay. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. 3 touchdown passes there for Jalen Hurts. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
To throw again on second down. Mariota back to the same target, Campbell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mariota now looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun is Minshew. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Bass is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mariota now to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action, Mariota rolling to his left.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
On the run, it's Campbell.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Now Mariota. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Buying time to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mariota.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action now. Mariota.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. They go up the middle with Campbell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Again, they run with Campbell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Koo knocks this one through the post,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Minshew. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Minshew.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Koo for the extra point.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Saints again ready to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
Minshew sets to throw.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Forced out to his left.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
On 4th down, Minshew. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Minshew. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. To throw is Mariota. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Mariota now. He finds Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter. And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's That's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Atlanta, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.